Good morning. Um, in this tutorial, I'm going to be responding to the Senior 6 Excel Wakissha 2024 practical numbers. Now these were the numbers. I took some shots here. This was Excel for where the image is loading. This was Excel for paper 3. Yes, it was Excel for paper 3. And I'll start with this one. And this one here was Excel paper 2. So for paper 3, it is right here. And I'm going to start with this. Now this was a spreadsheet for paper 3, and it was requiring a learner to load the file Wakissha 24 and perform some of the tasks that are seen below up to H. Up to letter H. So I'm going to do the numbers. Okay, in my folder here, I'm going to use I'm going to locate a file Wakissha. I'm going to attach this file in the description so that you can download it and also do the question. I'm going to use this is paper 2 and this is paper 3. So Wakissha is in paper 3. I will attach it in the description. So I'm going to just copy it and then I take it to this folder. I'm going to use paste. So it's already pasted and I want to perform the activities. This was the question: open the spreadsheet application and load the file called Wakissha 24 and perform the following activities. Airtime allowance for all employees, a quote of basic salary, NSSF 1% per E for employees as follows. Okay, so let me open this and then I perform the required activities. I'm opening Excel and I'm going to just perform the activities that are required. While Excel is opening, the activities that to be performed are here. Okay, number 1, airtime allowance for all employees, which is a quarter of basic salary. Now this is the spreadsheet that learners are supposed to load in Wakissha 2024 paper 3. Airtime allowance, we are told that it is a quarter of the basic salary, and we already have the basic salary here. So we're going to just get a quarter of that and then we call it airtime allowance. So it is equals, I can decide to use a formula or a function. For the formula, I could just put equals, then I put this times 1 out of 4. That works, times a quarter. So if I scroll downwards, I'll get the rest of the answers. That is a formula that can do it. Well, if one wanted to use a function, we could put equals products and then open brackets C4 times the quarter I talked of times 1 out of 4. Close and press enter. It can return the same result. That is it. But I could stay with the formula. I prefer that. Then NSSF, which is 1% of gross salary. NSSF is just 1% of gross salary, but we don't have gross salary yet. Of course, for someone's gross salary, they're going to get basic plus the airtime allowance. So it is just equals, we add this plus this, hit enter and get all these answers. The hash symbols mean that the space of the column is not enough. You can just increase on the space size. Now that is gross. We get basic plus airtime allowance or plus some other allowance in a spreadsheet. Now for NSSF, we are told that it is 1% of gross salary. So we're going to just put here a formula to do that, equals this gross salary is in E4 times 1 out of 100. I'm putting 1 out of 100 because for some machines they may not recognize the 1%. For some machines they may not recognize the 1%, but mine does. Well, if it is not recognizing the percentage symbol, you can put 1 out of 100 and you can get the same answer. Scroll downwards for the rest of the answers. Next up, pi for employees is as follows. Now for pi, we're given a table to follow, and the table has income range and it's having tax percentage. For example, for someone for someone who is between 0 and 235,000, they are not supposed to be taxed. And for someone between 235,000 to 410,000, they can be taxed at 10% plus a 10,000 Ugandan shillings. And for someone to be taxed at 20% plus a 25,000, they should be exceeding 410,000 but less than 1M. And for someone to be above 1M, they are taxed 30% plus 30,000. Now we are going to do this as pi, and we are going to follow the if function to do that. Back to this, I want to put if open brackets. I want to start with this first one of if someone is between 0 and 235,000, their tax is 0%. So if anyone falls into this amount, they are not taxed, because anyway they get something small. So in my if function, of course we are going to tax pi based on the gross salary. So if anything in E4 is less or equal to 235,123. So what happens if anyone is let me first increase on the column size at least something like this. If anything in E4 is less or equal to 235,000, I'm putting less or equal to 235,000 because I also want to consider this person having the exact amount if they are there. That's why I'm putting the equal sign, because even here we're told that from 0 up to this exact amount, it is a 0%. That's why I'm putting the equal sign here. Well, if I don't put the equal sign, it means this person who got the exact amount will be taxed, which is wrong. In the image here, they should not be taxed, they should be at 0%. So I want to put a comma, and then what happens? They are not taxed if 4 times a 0. Yes. Anyway, if I first close from here, and then I press enter, then I drag downwards, you see I already have 2 people who are not taxed. For example, Tind is not taxed. Why? Because Tind has 938, and that is something small and cannot be taxed. It is something small and it is below 235,000. Same applies to Z. Z is not taxed because he's also having something small. Anyway, I still have at least 3 other arguments to complete my if function. So I'm going to continue with the if function. Another if for back to this, if for is above 2, 3, 5, 0, 0, 0. What happens? Comma. If for times, we're supposed to tax them a 10% or 10 out of 100. So if they are above 23500, we multiply that very if for times a 10% plus a 10,000. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me first close this list and then I see whether it can apply to some people. You see, it's already applying to Okello. It's already applying to Okello, and if I drag downwards, it can also apply to these other people. Well, let me continue to finish my other 2 arguments. If for we are heading to exceeding 410000. So I'm going to put if for is above 41000, we give them their tax. If for is above 410,123, comma, what happens? If for times 20 out of 100 plus 25,000 onto, yes. After putting that, we can proceed to the very last if, comma, if, open brackets, if 1 is above 1m. Yes, if above 1m is above 1m, comma, what happens? It is if 1 times 30 out of 100 plus 30,000. I'm picking this information from the table I was provided with. I close the brackets, the number of ifs, 1, 2, 3. I base on the number of ifs, 1, 2, 3, 4, there are 4. So I close 4 times. So I'm going to scroll downwards to see whether I get my answers. Now this is where the taxes, and someone is taxed according to what they pay. Look, this person is taxed this because they get this as gross salary. This person is not taxed because they get this. This one is taxed something because they get this. Well, this person is above even 1m, that's why they're taxed a lot, something like this. Now that is what was required in that column 4 pi. If I proceed to the rest of the questions, you are required to save it as logic limited payroll, then merge cells and give your work a bold title, name logic payroll highlighted in a pink color. Okay, I'm going to save it again as logic limited payroll. Logic limited payroll. I've closed the image. I still need the image. Let me open the image. So I'm going to save this as what is required. Logic limited payroll. Let me first close it, then I save. Then I rename. So you always close something you're renaming, because if you leave it open, it may not accept the renaming. Logic limited payroll. Logic limited payroll. Okay. I will open this. It's looking like this. I'm going to merge cells and I give my work a bold. Give your work a bold title. Let me first merge cells. Merge cells. Merge cells. Merge is around here. Okay. title. Give your work a bold title and title name. Logic payroll, highlighted in a pink color. Logic payroll. I'm going to just put my title there. It's even already marked for me. Logic payroll, and they're telling us to highlight it in a pink color. Yes, highlight in a pink color. Let me just give this a bigger size. Something bigger. The highlight color is this, not a font color. So we look for the pink color. Pink. Pink. This is orange. This is what? This is orange. This is orange. This is gold. More colors. Anyway, I'm not good at colors and I'm failing to get my pink I want. Pink around. Orange, gold. This is red. If first Google here, then I see how the pink color can look like. Not seeing the pink color in my colors. Pink. Okay. This is what? This is purple. This is dark blue. I think it's around here. Anyway, we can go with that. Then the rest of the questions here, it's determine the airtime, we've done that. Determine the gross, we've done that. Compute the taxes paid by employees, we've done that. Determine the net pay for each employee. We have not yet done net pay. Now for us to do net pay, we get the gross and then we subtract the taxes from it. We simply use, I can use the formula again. Gross is in E4 minus F4 minus give4. Hit enter and get someone's gross pay. If I scroll down, these people are getting their net pays according to their gross pays minus the taxes they are subjected to. So that is the gross pay. And if I proceed to the rest of the questions, compute the maximum, minimum, and average net salary. Maximum, minimum, and average net salary. So if I'm getting the maximum, minimum, and average net salary, of course I'm going to use somewhere here from I think 17, 18, 19. Now instead of using these column letters that could not enable me to generate the maximum, minimum, and average net pay, if I want to get the max net pay, I can use this side, then I can put the function here. I use this side, I put the function here because I want net pay maximum as an example. If I put maximum here and then I compute maximum from here, I could be computing the maximum of Wakissha maybe. Well, I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in computing the maximum, minimum, and average net pay. So I could just click here and I put a function max, open brackets, the range is from H4 to H13, close brackets, hit enter. This one is now minimum equals min, close open brackets, H4, and then H13, is it? 13, hit enter, think I made some slight mistake. Yes, it is 13 correct. Equals, this is now average, open, the same range. This is H4 to H13, close brackets, hit enter. We can decide to give these all borders also, because it's always incumbent of us to have all borders in our Excel programs. And then represent employees and their net salary on a 3D clustered column chart in a new sheet. If you want to draw a 3D clustered column chart, we first get the columns we're going to base on. In this scenario, we're going to base on employees, a name, and net salary to draw that graph. So we're going to highlight name, then highlight. I hold Control, I highlight net pay. I go and locate the graph from insert. It is here. And then I locate 3D. Click at 3D and the graph is going to be displayed. Take the graph to a new sheet. Key. Right click at this, select cut, go to sheet 2. I can even rename my sheet to 3D graph. This one was employee original. Original. So if it is here, I'm going to just right click and paste, and I give my graph a title that is a 3D graph basing on employee, basing on worker's name and the employee, an employee, name and net pay. Yes. Click at the graph again, go to design, give it at least a legend. A legend is here. A legend on the right. You can make a lot of changes. You can put grid lines for that impression. You can put the x-axis, y-axis. This is x, this is y. This one is to do with workers. Then the other one, back to this axis. It is now this. This one is now net pay. Look at it. Then you can even change some colors, put some attractive colors in your graph. You give that. I think that makes sense. Okay, it's a correct graph, and it's based on what you really needed. I think that was all for that paper. Name the sheet, name it salary chart. Okay, name salary chart, then print your table and the graph. If you're printing, of course, you click at this, Ctrl P, and select your printer. My printer is just here. Then no scaling, you go to fit sheet on one page, and then you print. Your sheet is fitted on one page. Even this graph, click at it, extend it to this, then Ctrl P, you print the graph also. That was it for that paper. It was paper 3, Excel or spreadsheet, that appeared as number 3 in that paper. I'll attach the support folder because it is really needed at this video. Thanks for the view. A good morning.